Good morning, everybody. I am Goel Jaipal. My presentation topic name is Swift Kick, 18th century satire for the 21st century mid. There is my presentation information and academic information, the table of content, and research question and hypothesis. My research question is how does Jonathan Swift use satirical representation, critiques, 18th century technological arrogance and political fictionalism, and what extent does this methodology remain effective and exposing, reflecting mid 21st century hubris and tribalism. My hypothesis Swift relay Swift reliance of the unpredictable narrator offer timeless frameworks critics. The paper hypothesis that by exposing 18th century arrogance in new science and the superficial of religious schemes, Swift work demonstrated that 21st century technological over-promising and political tribalism and merely new manufacturing of the edge of old human vanity and psychological limits. My first presentation, first topic name is satirical of as all as 18th century master Jonathan Swift attacked society, weakness, and stupidity of mankind. Early work include a Tale of Tub and the Battle of Book. He used a sharp with ridicule in targets, contemporary relevance. His critic restaurant today amid political divides and technological arrogance. The second, then satirical marks, impressional and critics. Swift use personation fiction postulate of create spokespersons. Narrative likes Gulliver travels. Swift say and think many things that I could not venture on the many own persons. This stability the rules of the games for satirical interpretation. The challenge. Readers must characterize narrator flows from Swift views, comparative relevance. The Marx is a vital for critical modern subject narrator and based on commentators. Then war of new science and technological hubris. Swift launched a significant attack on pursuits organs of new science and the science in three books, Gulliver's Travel and others. Philosophers were criticized for depreciation percepts with toss arrogance and the knowledge of antiquity and favor of observation imperative projects. Then the comparisons of public's economic shift times and demote what have we done when advancement failed to result in dim- diminution of the Ministry of Lives. This mirror modern skepticism towards technological over promising such as a lofty intellectual expectation of cryptocurrency of metaverse, a philosophical course, satire on knowledge and possibility. Then Swift criticized of science and Gulliver travels engaged with deep philosophical debate on this era. Uh, his satirized a new theory of epistemology and perceptions. This include Locke's doctrine of the unclonability of real essences, where direct knowledge of underlining included the cut off and the comparison relevance. These critics resonated with post-truth society and modern debates over the limits of empirical data, scientific modelings, and centrality of the knowledge in the digital age. And then satirical faith and fiction nihilism. A tale of two survey as a complex religions, allegory, primary satirizing religions, schemes, and hypocrisy. The three brothers, Peter, Jack, and Martin, numerous divisions from the gospel's simple garments. Swift specially guards the uh, pursuits of trivial, superficial differences such as excessive ornamentations of the court, contemporary relevance. This is the perfect parallel from modern political tribalism, where focusing on the stylish ornaments mentions and performance outrace after Oscar the simple good of core political goals and avoiding despair limits of misanthropy. Some interpretations reads Swift's satire, particularly the end of Gulliver's Travels, as an interaction misanthropies, suggesting the all are equally loathsome brutes. However, this reading is collected by their accent of a distant figure like Don Pedro. Don Pedro recently providing a way out from the crossing include the total misanthropy. Swift personal affection of certain friends also suggests he did not see all the humanity as duties, and then compro- contemporary relevance in age of high anxiety of irony. Don Pedro reflect the essential moral compass and possibility of the finding good individual that prevent wholesale risk of the society. And conclusion, enduring legacy. Jonathan Swift Gulliver Travels may seem like a children tale, but it actually is sharp critics of human folly. Swift challenged the 18th century ideas of duty to colonize, exposing the hypocrisy and occupation of the utilization. His the satire remains relevant today, highlighting ongoing issues of resources overthrows and new colonialism. The power of the works lies in its ability to make us recognize and loud at our own flaws. There are my learning outs and there are references. So thank you. If you have a question, you can ask me.
So, Jaipal, my question is what is the main allegory in A Tale of a Tub?
So thank you for question. Uh, the main allegory, uh, there are three brothers, um, Jack, Peter, and Martin. They are symbolizing religious conflicts. They are in tale of tubs. Okay, another.
So, Jaipal, my question is what makes Jonathan Swift a satirist for all ages?
Thank you for question. Swift work explores universal. Sorry, Swift works as a universal. Universal human flaws like a great pride and hypocrisy and ignorance that were visual as a modern politics and science and medias. Okay, thank you.